You gonna pull a power move and go sit with all the Sioux Falls parents and
No,
just?
I'm looking for Cam's friend came with, and then I had to go pick up Quinn's friend, so I don't know where any of them.
Oh yeah.
He was all by himself. He's never been here, so I was just looking to see if he wanted to do something.
So we struggled earlier and winning face-offs, pushing the puck up the board, and on the penalty kill. So hopefully we got that stuff straightened out and we'll do better this game. Nemo, if you're watching, we definitely missed some of your physicality up the boards. So we'll be happy to have that back in Phoenix. Looks like we're going to start with Nicholson, Peters, Smith, McDaniel, and Weaver. And I'm not sure, but I think maybe a flyer was short of mouth guard and he just got a spare off the bench, which I'm not sure if that's hygienic or not, but it'll work, I guess. All right, here we go. Birds win the face-off, back to Weaver. Weaver works to the near side of the ice, bank pass, trying to get Smith, trickles all the way into the Flyers' end. Flyers bank pass, near side boards, nice centering pass into neutral ice, and they deke it off a skate, and so they have to slow it down right along the red line. They dump it down in on Bauer, who sticks it over to the near side wall, and Smith is going to go to the box for an interference. So right off the bat, 20 seconds off the rip here, the Birds will go to a penalty kill.
Careful, they might breathe on him.
Taking the draw is Hunter. He gets it back to Cunningham. Cunningham banks it up and out all the way down, but that'll be an icing. And we'll come right back down to the Birds' end here. We're trying to get the penalty put up, and it's all volunteers, and they found out today that they were working the clock, so we'll be very patient. And got Coach Peters over there helping out, and he works that clock quite a bit, I think, so should get her straightened up pretty quick. Sure enough. Here we go, another draw, near side dot in the Birds' end. Hunter will take this one. Sends it forward all the way out of the zone over on the far wall. Racing to try to get it is Van Voorst. Van Voorst pushes it down into the Flyers' end. They send an errant pass over into the near side corner, so a good start to this penalty kill. Cunningham puts it wide right of the net. It's going to matriculate up that far wall there. Flyers try to get a hold of it, but it's gathered by Van Voorst, who changes directions and working up that near side wall. Takes it into the Flyer zone again and goes down. Flyers take it to the red line, and I think they might have gone offside, but no call here, and Hunter whips it out of the zone as he steals the puck all the way down for an icing. Kind of a slow icing whistle there, but here we go. We got Jones, Coakley. I think it's Cam. I can't see the numbers. And then I'm not sure, McDaniel. So Cam will take the draw near side dot, Bird's end. He sends it over to the near side wall. Flyers get to it, send it across the ice, top of the circle. Coakley puts pressure on the puck. Puck trickles all the way through the crease on the shot attempt by the Flyers. They send it back up to their blue liner. Another quick shot attempt tipped wide of the net by their own player there. Over on the far wall, Cam and Coakley put pressure on the puck. Now down in the corner, McDaniel battles for it up to the top at the point. Flyers send it back along that far side wall. Quick shot, stick down by Bauer below the net. Flyers try a wraparound, no goal. And another quick save by Bauer. Mishandle the puck right along the blue line. Coakley puts pressure on it. They take it to the top of the circle. Try a pass, picked off by Coakley. And here comes Coakley, a rush attempt. Coakley, one man to beat for the Flyers, walks it all the way down. A couple of quick dekes, can't get a shot on the net, sends it down below, but then sends a pass over to Cam. Cam down below the net, battling for the puck. Flyers come out with it, near side circle. They walk it up through center ice, up to the red line. Off the bench, here comes Brown. Pushed over to the far side. Patefield gets a twig on it, so it goes wide of the net here. Gathered by Wiley, and here comes Wiley, centering pass to Brown. Nice pass. Brown and Dennis up, working into the zone. Brown sends it on net, and a nice save by the Flyers goaltender. And we're back to even strength hockey, even though there's a penalty listed up on the board. Brown will take this draw down in the Flyers' end. Goes down into that far corner. Flyers come out with it. Flyers work it up that far wall. Bank pass up to the top of the circle. Nice centering pass by the Flyers. Just mishandled in neutral ice. Comes down all the way on the near wall. McGregor battling for it. He gets a hold of it, whips it against the wall. But the Flyers come out with it, work it to the bottom of the circle, down below the net. Battling for it is Brownie. And the Flyers take it all the way over to the far wall, drop it to their blue liner, who sends it right back to the far wall man on the side of the circle. And it's broken up by Patefield and sent to Dennis, who pokes it out and down into the Flyers zone. Flyers centering pass tipped into the air all the way down to Weaver. Weaver bank pass up, trying to get Smith. Smith tries to bounce it up to Brown, and Brown was just farther off the wall than Smith thought he was. Bank pass by Weaver goes up to Brown, but down into the Flyers zone. Flyers gather top of the far circle. They stretch it up and all the way down in and on the contact by McDaniel. Flyers battle for it down underneath the net. It pops up right on Bauer's near side, and it's gathered by the Flyers as they work it up that far wall. They put on the brakes. Blue liner sends it down to that corner. He tries to change directions, but he's pinned up by Nicholson, and Weaver pokes it through. Nicholson's going to try to send it up even further. And he does, up and out of the zone. Smith will gather on that far wall, has it poked off right as he's trying to collect it. And the puck is poked to McDaniel. McDaniel walks the red line in the center of the ice all the way over to the near side boards. Goes down into the zone, takes two hits, and goes down in that near side corner down below the net. McDaniel is still battling for that puck because a good baseball slide on ice will carry you a long ways here. And Cunningham drops it back down to Smith in the near side corner. And Smith battles with two Flyers players. All pinned up. Puck gets pushed to, I think the shot was from Cunningham, and it goes, and a nice save by the Flyers goaltender, who is hugging the post on the near side there. And we'll have a face-off down near side dot in the Flyers end. Now we got Hunter, Coakley, Van Voorst, Cunningham, and Jones. Van Voorst will take the draw near side dot. Battles for it, gets tied up in the dot, goes towards the high slot. Hunter tries to turn around, put it on net. Van Voorst battling to bring it out, and the Flyers get a hold of it, and a nice cross-ice pass over to the far wall. Here come the Flyers. They walk it into the zone. Quick shot over Bauer's glove to the near side. Coakley trying to poke it off along with Van Voorst bank pass up. Coakley tips it out into neutral ice and gathers. He walks it up the near side wall and sends it all the way down into the zone. Down to that near side corner. Flyers try to take it below their own net. Hunter's right there to cut him off. And now they send a centering pass that goes out to neutral ice, but it'll be picked up by Jones. Jones bank pass up to Coakley. Coakley, top of the circle, quick shot, wide right of the net, tipped by the goaltender over to that far wall. Would have been wide either way, but goes all the way over to that far wall, down into the circle, still battling with the Flyers. Flyers work it up that far wall, try to stretch it up and out, but it goes right to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Jones. Jones right up to Brown, and Brown takes it into the zone, takes a big hit, but puts it all deep into the zone, down below the net, over to that far wall. Flyers gather the loose puck, nice centering pass, but just goes under the twig, but all the way down, and an icing. So now we got Cam, Brown, Dennis, McGregor, and Patefield. Brown for the draw, wins it cleanly back to Patefield. Patefield, quick wrister, and a nice save by the Flyers goaltender. He drops and covers. So we'll have another draw on the far side of the ice there. Brown battles for it, gets tied up on the dot. Flyers come out with it over on the far wall, poked forward by Patefield, but just nobody there. All battling for the puck here. Flyers working through the top of the circle, and they send an errant pass over to the near side boards. McGregor chases his back, banks it off the boards, trying to get it to Brownie, but the Flyers intercept, send it down to the red line. They walk it below the net, change directions, looking for a slot pass here, tipped up by Brown, up to the blue liner of the Flyers. He sends it back down wide right of the net. Flyers try to gather, but poked off by Patefield. And Patefield walks it up the boards, bank pass to Cam. Cam, as he's turning around, takes a bump and loses the puck in neutral ice, and it's sent right back down by the Flyers. McGregor rims it up the wall, slowly moving up the wall off the bench. Dennis is trying to get a hold of it, and he dumps it in. No, Dennis was in already, sorry. Over in that far corner, Nicholson battles for the puck. Flyers push him off the puck, and they take it below their own net here. Change directions. Try to stretch it up that far wall. They get a tip on it, but McDaniel tries to dump, can't quite get it there. Nicholson pushes it through to Smith, though, and Smith down below the net. He tries to change directions, but he has it poked off by the Flyers. And Flyers near side board trying to work it through their own near side circle, and they do, up and out. Weaver gives chase. Flyers hot on his heels. He quickly goes to McDaniel with the backhand pass, and McDaniel sends it all the way down and in. Down below the net of the Flyers. Flyers there first, though, work it over to that far corner, trying to get it out of there. Now they walk it under their net over to the near side. Lots of space here. Flyers walk it all the way up, all the way down into the zone before they hit a Birds player. And broken up by Smith. Smith gets back, lays a check, breaks him up from that puck. Nicholson tries a quick shot, blocked by the Flyers, but it trickles to the high slot. Another quick shot, tipped up and over the net. And Smith down underneath is battling for that puck. Hunter pushes it over into the near side corner. And now they change directions, go over to the far corner. Flyers walk it up, looking to pass it up, pass it in the air. High bank off the glass, though, gathered by Van Voorst. Van Voorst right through the middle of the ice, down into the high slot. A couple of quick dekes, a shot, and a goal by Van Voorst. Couple of silky moves by Van Voorst, and he gets a quick wrister that trickles through the 5-hole. .7:33 left in the first period. So we got Coakley, Hunter, Van Voorst, Jones, and Cunningham here. Van Voorst for the draw, battles for it on the dot, pushes it up. Flyers come over near side of the ice, right along the red line. They walk it up to the blue line. They try a dump. It goes wide left of the net. Cunningham pokes it up the boards to Coakley. Coakley pokes it off the stick and into neutral ice. Nice play by Coakley. Van Voorst tries to gather. He pokes it to Coakley. Coakley in a high slot. Pass to Van Voorst. No, just can't quite settle it to get a shot. Trickles through. Flyers pick up the loose puck and send it out into neutral ice. Puck gathered by Coakley. Coakley walks it up near side of the ice, down into the zone. High slot, quick shot, and a nice save by the Flyers goaltender. Goes over to that far wall. Hunter and Van Voorst battling for that puck. It gets poked through to Van Voorst. Oh, but the Flyers pick it up backside. And here come the Flyers Patefield running interference there, battling for that puck, and it causes the Flyers to go offside, and we'll have a face-off just outside the zone. Again, that little bit of contact, that little bit of pressure right along the blue line can create a lot of face-off opportunities and avoid rushes. Flyers win it back. They come to the center of the ice along the red line. They walk it into the zone with a nice pass over on the side of the circle. McGregor gives pressure. Big hit by Cam over on the near side boards. Brown pushes it up to the blue line, and it's slapped right back down in by the Flyers. Patefield gathers, high bank pass off the glass, trying to clear the zone. It gets all tied up on that wall. Dennis is trying to push it through a couple of Flyers players, and it gets poked back down into that corner. Patefield will get there first. Patefield down below the net. He rims it up, trying to get Brownie, but the Flyers get there first. They send it right back down below the net. Cam, first man to the loose puck, far side of the ice. Oh, he fans on the puck. McGregor tries to gather, but has it poked off. And now Patefield will rim it up again, near side boards. Flyers are going to try to cut this off. Brown and Cam trying to push it out, and they do, out into neutral ice. Flyers try to send it back in, but it's blocked by Brown. Now the Flyers have it. Take it into the high slot. Quick deke to the far side, right through the circle, and they beat Bauer. Worked it all the way to the far side of the crease, brought it all the way back to the near side, and just slide it past the toe of Bauer, who was sliding back across to try and make the save. And so we'll have a 1-1 hockey game here, 5:47 left in the first. Now we got Smith, Nicholson, Peters, McDaniel, and Weaver. Battling for that faceoff is Nicholson. He gets it to Smith. Smith, far side of the ice, changes directions, loses an edge, pokes it over to Weaver, and Weaver trying to handle it, has two Flyers all over him here. And down in that near side corner, the battle for the puck, Nicholson helps cut it off, sends it up the near side boards. Quick shot, tipped up, and a nice glove save by Bauer after the tip redirects that puck up into the air. So now we got McDaniel, Van Voorst, Coakley, Hunter, and Weaver. Puck comes over to Weaver's side. Flyers get a hold of it. They send a shot on net. Blocked by McDaniel, or no, sorry, Van Voorst over to that far wall. Flyers bottom of the circle looking for a pass towards the center of the ice here. They get it in the inside edge of the circle here, battling for it. Comes out McDaniel bank pass high. Coakley tries to push it out, and he does. Tries to send it up the wall, trying to get Hunter. Hunter can't get a hold of it before the Flyers regroup in their own end over on the far side. Settle it on their blue line, and they send it up to our blue line on this near side board. They dump it to go for a change here, and Van Voorst gathers behind our net. Centering pass picked off by the Flyers, and a nice save by Bauer. And the Flyers try another centering pass, broken up by Van Voorst, but we still do not have control of this puck. Flyers trying to shot from the blue line, fan on the puck. Vanny trying to get a hold of it there, but can't. Flyers still, another quick shot and a big check by Hunter, I believe, and Hunter walks it down into the Flyers zone, around the side of the circle. He's got Vanny in the slot. He wraps the whole net, looking for a pass here up to the point man, Cunningham. Oh, and just mishandled by Cunningham, comes out to neutral ice. Jones comes across to play that puck. Flyers gather, but have to wait to avoid an offside, and that gives the Birds a chance to get that puck back. Cunningham to Jones. Jones works it up to the red line here. Jones is going to walk it down into the zone on the side of the circle. Jones down in that corner, tries to change directions, takes a check and loses the puck here. And the Flyers bank it up the near side boards, up and out into neutral ice. Cunningham back swats at the puck here. Flyers are able to dump, and Cunningham lays a big check. And oh, we got to be careful about some of these checks. Our arms are coming up a little bit. Flyers gather the puck, far circle, broken up by Smith and then sent back in by the Flyers. They try a centering pass, broken up by Wiley, and Smith walks it down into the zone, side of the circle. Smith 1-on-4 here. He's got Nicholson in the slot now and tries to walk it through the circle. Quick shot hits a Flyers skate, I believe, and Nicholson down below the net battling for possession of that puck. Flyers, bottom circle, change directions, coming down underneath. Peters lays a check, trying to separate that puck, still battling for it. Over in that far corner is Patefield. Patefield deep in the zone for a defenseman, battling for that puck. And they deke past McGregor, tried to send it out of the zone, but it's cut off by Smith. Smith tries a deke, broken up by the Flyers. Brown gathers, tries a quick shot, but has a stick blocked at the top of the slot. so it trickles over to the far wall side of the circle. Cross ice pass trying to get McGregor. A bouncing puck after the deflection and a hard one to settle. Flyers finally get a hold of it. And here come the Flyers. Flyers one-on-one, Patefield back, high slot. And he gets a block and loses his stick out of his hand. Puck bounces high in the air, top of the crease, and covered by Bauer. You're used to seeing the puck bounce high in the air, but when the stick goes high in the air, that's distracting. Even I was like, ooh, pretty. Brown for the draw, wins it to Peters. Peters tries to send it forward, has it tipped down to Jones. Jones wraps it below his own net here. Flyers are trying to poke it off. He sends it up to Brown on that far wall, and Brown gets it out of the zone. Flyers try to send it back in, cut off by Jones right along the blue line, who pushes it forward, trying to get it to Brown. And the Flyers push it back out to neutral ice. They gather on their own blue line, drop it back to their defenseman in their zone. He loses an edge. Puck goes to Hunter. Hunter puts on the brakes. He loses the puck off the end of his stick and sent down by Peters along the wall. Peters cuts it off on the wall with his body there and sends it down on net. And a nice save by the Flyers' Tendy. 2:02 left in the first, 1-1 tie. So now we got Wiley, Coakley, Van Voorst, Patefield, and Weaver. Van Voorst for the draw down in the Flyers' end, near side dot. He wins it cleanly. It comes back to Patefield. Flyers almost poke it out of the zone as Patefield's lining up a shot here. And the Flyers send it down underneath their own net over to the far corner. We're rushing over to try to get over there. They stretch it up and out, but all the way for an icing. Oh no, they called it off. I don't know if Weaver had contact with it. They try to work it up the wall. A centering pass by the Flyers. And they shoot it just wide of the net. Nice setup, but just couldn't quite finish. Battling for it. Blue liner of the Flyers sends it down, blocked by Van Voorst. Another shot and a save by Bauer. And Hogan's got the marker board out, so we must have had a defensive breakdown there, which seems probable considering how many shots they got in a quick succession there. Battling for that puck, Nicholson sends it up to the blue liner. Quick shot, nice block by Nicholson. And Dennis sends it over to Smith. Here comes Smith. He walks it down into the zone. He's got Nicholson in the slot. A couple of quick dekes. A big rebound in front, and still loose over into that bottom of the circle there. Battling for it is Nicholson and Smith. And now they blow it dead on the cover by the goaltender for the Flyers. But a couple of quick opportunities there and a puck that sat in the crease for a little bit. 1:12 left in the first, 1-1. Nicholson for the draw, far side dot. Tries to push it over to the wall, hits a skate, and Flyers come out with it. Here come the Flyers working it down. Try a deke at the top of the circle there, broken up by Cunningham, but the loose puck goes down to the bottom of the circle. McDaniel tries to take it below the net. Flyers lay a nice check, centering pass. Oh, broken up by Smith. Smith goes to Dennis, and Dennis works it out of the zone. Sends it to a Flyer stick, poked loose by Smith. Smith down in the zone. Quick shot and a deflection up and into the netting by the goaltender of the Flyers. Nice save by the Flyers goaltender there. So now we got Brown, Hunter, Peters, Jones, and Patefield. Brown for the draw. Ties the puck up, comes up to the blue line, poked out by the Flyers. Jones slows him up just enough on the far wall that they go for an offside. Just outside the Bird zone here, Brown for the face-off. Flyers come out with it. They dump it, but it goes right to Jones' stick. Jones walks it out. Saucer pass off the boards. Trying to get it into the zone. Peters pushes it into the zone. Brown trying to get a hold of it in the high slot. Cannot. Oh, it gets tripped up all the way over to the far wall. No sign language in the air here, so no penalties here. Battling for that puck over in the far corner. Flyers try to clear, and they do. Slowly trickling down, though, and that should go for an icing. 10 seconds left in the first, 1-1 tie. Van Vorst for the draw. He's got Hunter, Jones, Patefield, and Smith. Goes down towards the crease, slides all the way through the crease over to the far side, gathered by Smith. He sends it up to Patefield. Patefield, quick shot, blocked down, sent to the circle. Smith tries a shot on net, and it gets blocked. And that's the end of first period. And I do not know, I haven't heard. I assume we're going to have a ZAM break after the second period again, but I'm not sure. They flooded the ice really well before the game, but these boys are big and they're heavy and they stop hard. So my guess would be after 2 periods of play, we'll probably have a ZAM break, but I don't know that for sure yet. So we got Cunningham, Smith, Patefield, Hunter, and Van Vorst. So Van for the draw, sent to Cunningham. Cunningham goes to Patefield. Patefield banks it up, trying to get Hunter. Hunter tries to send her to Van Vorst. Broken up by the Flyers. Bank pass up the near side boards, down and into the zone. Cunningham walks across to get that puck and rims it all the way up to Smith. Smith redirects it out into neutral ice, but the loose puck is gathered by the Flyers. They walk it all the way down into their own zone. Hunter doggedly pressuring him on the puck and forces an errant pass where the puck is picked up by Van Vorst. Van Vorst banks it down into the zone. Smith gets down below the net for that puck, tries a pass between his legs to Van Vorst, just picked off by the Flyers. They send it out to neutral ice. Patefield kicks it down, sticks it over to Van Vorst. Van Vorst bank pass up the boards, rolls all the way down into the Flyers' end. Flyers battling for it with Smith, trying to help out as Van Vorst, but they stretch it up the near side wall here and try to poke it up and out into neutral ice, which they do, and McDaniel sends it in for an offside. So now we got Cam, Nicholson, Coakley, Jones, and McDaniel. Cam sends it into the zone. Coakley pushes the pace down into the slot, but the Flyers are able to poke it off and send it out into neutral ice to Jones. Jones drops it all the way down into the zone. Flyers below their own net, try to change directions over to the far side corner, cut off momentarily by Coakley and Jones. Coakley down in that corner battling with 3 Flyers. He pushes it below the net. Nicholson was going to give chase, but he gets tripped up heading for the puck, and here come the Flyers. Flyers walk it to the red line and dump down into that far corner. Coakley, first man to the puck, tries to poke it to the wall and does. Coakley picks it up. Coakley, Cam, and Nicholson, odd man rush. Coakley sends it over to Nicholson. Coakley goes for a change. Nicholson tries to send it to Cam. Broken up by the Flyers, and they have a bank pass out to neutral ice. Wiley gets a hold of it, poking it along the near side boards, battling with 2 Flyers players here. And the Flyers are able to dump it down into the Bird zone all the way below the net. Weaver to the puck in the far corner, tries to stretch it up the ice, sends it all the way for an icing. We did have a player on that far board that Weaver was trying to stretch it up to, but he was tied up along the boards and the puck trickled through both players and all the way for an icing. So now we got Van Vorst, Weaver, Smith, Patefield, and Hogan, I believe. Hunter Hogan, sorry. Flyers win that faceoff, change directions on the side of the circle. Weaver putting pressure on him over in that far corner. Flyers stretch it up to their point man right along the blue line. Quick wrist shot, a lot of traffic in front of the net. Luckily it bounces wide right. Patefield sends it over to Smith. Smith looking for a pass, gets it up to Hunter, and Hunter is able to clear the zone, but the Flyers put it right back in and right back down to Patefield in that near side corner. Patefield wraps the net, tries a quick Deacon to poke it up the wall, and he does get through. Hunter banks it off the wall trying to get Smith, and we can't quite get our blade on the puck here, and here come the Flyers in the high slot through 3 bodies, get a quick shot at a nice save by Bauer. Puck goes over to that far corner, and they're battling for it. Smith trying to push it up to Hunter, and he does. Here comes Hunter, one man to beat. Hunter, nice deke through the legs, and a goal! Hunter, a beautiful deke between the feet of the Flyers player, and a quick drag across the crease and a goal. 12:15 left in the second. Birds are up 2-1. So now we have Cam, Nicholson, Coakley, McDaniel, and McGregor. Cam for the draw, center ice. Nicholson getting backed up. He's extra eager. Battling for that puck as Cam goes to the far side of the ice, still battling for possession here. Flyers regroup in their own end. Loose puck, and ooh, Nicholson took some gloves to the face there, yeah. Nicholson got a knuckle sandwich there over on the near side boards, and we'll get an interference call as he goes for that puck. And we'll have a power play, 12:04 left in the second. Birds up 2-1. Nicholson for the draw, near side dot. Sends it back right in the center of the ice. Hunter goes over to Jones. Jones, side of the circle for Smith. Smith back to Jones. Jones over to Hunter. Hunter on the far side of the ice, walks it forward. Quick shot and a nice save by the Flyers' Tindy. Nicholson for the draw on the far dot now. All tied up on the dot, goes to the far wall. Hunter gathers, goes up to the point man Jones. Jones across the ice to Smith. Smith has it poked off for a second. Now he comes back up to Jones. Jones back to Smith. Smith with some space, but just mishandles the puck and walks it bottom of the circle, trying to cross ice for Hunter, but a big bouncing puck off the backhand. He goes back to Van Voorst. Van Voorst tries a drop pass, but just off the mark. Smith has to hustle over and grab that, and now he'll come back to the point with it. Across to Hunter on the far side of the ice. Hunter trying to cross ice pass, trying to get Smith. Poked away by the Flyers, but gathered by Jones, and right back to Hunter. And Hunter goes to Jones, but it's tipped by the Flyers. Jones has to regroup and neutralize. He sends it to Hunter. Hunter walks it forward and has it poked off by the Flyers, and they send it up and out all the way down for an icing. Now we got Brown, Cam, Coakley, Patefield, and McDaniel. Brown for the draw. 23 seconds left on the power play. He sends it, and it trickles through Patefield and out into neutral ice. Patefield goes over to McDaniel. McDaniel back to Patefield. Patefield walks it forward, red line, sends it down in the zone, glove down by the Flyers. They quickly try to clear, but that's glove down by Patefield. Patefield walks it down into the corner. Patefield wraps the whole net, tries to send it to Brown in the slot, can't quite get it there. Brown, bottom of the circle, goes to Coakley. Coakley, oh, quick shot across the ice, just goes wide right of the post there. And battling forward to the Flyers. Flyers come out with it, send it to the near side of the ice. Coakley breaks up that pass. Now they bank it down all the way to neutral ice and sent all the way down and in. Contact on the puck so Brown can play this. They try to send it up the boards. That's cut off by Coakley. Coakley trying to slot pass, broken up by the Flyers. gathered by Cam. Cam, top of the circle, quick shot, deflected down to Coakley. Coakley underneath the net. Slot pass, quick shot, and a goal by Cam. So a slot pass from below the net from Coakley to Cam, and Cam puts it in the top of the net. Wiley for the faceoff here, center ice with Dennis. Dennis pushes through his man, is able to kick that puck forward, gets it down into the zone and dumps. Wiley is going to go down there and gather at near side corner, tries to change directions, bottom of the circle, and has it pulled off by the Flyers. They send a pass up the near side boards. Jones races over, tries to poke that forward, gets his arm caught all caught up in the play there, and slides past Peters in almost an odd man rush, but couldn't quite get a hold of the puck. The Flyers couldn't. Near side boards, Dennis is going to try to stretch that out. Dennis takes a hard hit down in that near side corner here. Battling for that puck still is Dennis. Flyers trying to walk it through the circle, and they do all the way down underneath the net. Cunningham checks him up, but the Flyers come out with the loose puck over in that far corner. They lay another nice check. Flyers along that far side boards trying to get a hold of that puck. Slapped over to the wall by Jones, over to Peters. Peters tries to bank it up and out, and he does. Oh, he does. It was kicked in for an offside, but no call. So a quick shot and a nice glove save by Bauer. .8:59 left in the second. Birds are up 3-1. So now we got Smith, Van Voorst, Weaver, McDaniel, and Hunter. Van Voorst for the draw. Sends it over to Smith's side. Smith comes out with it in that corner. He stretches it up and out. Bank pass to Hunter. Hunter all by himself. Quick shot and just deflected wide left of the net. Flyers come out with it. Send it a bank pass up that far wall, trying to gather that puck. Flyers walk it all the way down in. Put a stoppie on the top of the circle. Quick shot from the blue liner. Bounces wide left of the net and down below. And a shot broken up. A nice block by McDaniel here. McDaniel gathers the puck. He's looking to clear it out, but the Flyers do a nice job of body blocking that puck down in that corner. And trying to dig it out is Van Voorst and McDaniel. McDaniel still battling for that puck. Puck trickles to the bottom of the circle. Poked forward by Van Voorst to Smith. And Smith walks it out into neutral ice. Smith over the red line. Smith down that far wall. He traces down below the net. Takes a little shoulder bump there, but he still has the puck. And now he gets all tied up. Can't quite squeak loose. Helping him out is Van Voorst there. Van Voorst comes out with it, tries to send it to Hunter Hogan at the bottom of the circle, can't quite get it there. And Smith is still battling for that puck. Smith taking a couple of shin checks there with the stick there, still battling for that puck down near side wall. Comes up to McDaniel. He sends it to the bottom of the circle. And Flyers wrap it under their own net, bank it up that far board, cut off by Van Voorst. Van Voorst sends it right back down in. And now the Flyers stretch it up and wide of the goal, and that's an icing. Flyers upset with that icing call, but he was well behind the red line when he tossed it. So Cam will take the draw, far side dot down in the Flyers end after that icing. Trying to dig it out are Coakley and Cam, poked across the ice. Flyers near side of the ice, walk it into neutral ice. Try a pass to the far side of the ice and they connect. Poked off by McGregor and now sent down to Patefield down in that far corner. Patefield battling for that puck, trying to work it up the wall, banks it up over Cam's head, right to the blue line, and the Flyers grab it and send it right back down in. Patefield again to that far corner, trying to work it up the wall over there. Cut off by the Flyers. Cam lays a nice check. Patefield gets the loose puck. He rims it around, trying to get Nicholson here. Nicholson, a nice bank pass to himself, comes up to Coakley. Here comes Coakley. Coakley walks it into the zone. Down through the circle, changes directions, quick slot pass, and poked in by Cam again. Coakley to Cam for the second time. 6:51 left in the second. Birds are up 4-1. Brown for the draw. Dennis was all the way over the red line before they even dropped the puck. That was hilarious. Over on the far wall, Peters looks to push it to the outside along with Cunningham. Flyers traced the circle. They had a man in the slot, couldn't quite get it to him. Now they send it up. Peters gathers that puck, sends it over to the far wall. Flyers poke it off. Cunningham, nice check, separates him from the puck, but nobody down there to gather. A big collision down there. Cunningham's the only one still on his feet. He works it up that far wall, stretch pass up to Denny. I think Dennis got a piece of it, but I'm not sure. But the Flyers get a hold of that puck. They send it out to neutral ice, and now they're battling along the far wall. Puck gathered by Peters. He sends it deep into the zone, and Brown is going to give chase down below the net. Flyers change directions. Brown tries a stick pop, can't quite connect. Flyers stretch it up the boards, but they go down, lose an edge. Quick pass by Smith. Tries to get Brown. Brown just can't quite get the twig on it, but it was a nice open net to shoot on. Brown over in the near side corner tries a quick deke, but it's poked off by the Flyers, and here come the Flyers up the wall. Quick alley-oop pass up the middle of the ice, and they send it down, and Bauer sticks it below the net. Cunningham gathers over into that far corner. He's trying to stretch it up, poked to the center by Smith to Brown. Brown, a nice toe drag, works it down into the zone and dumps all the way into the near side corner. Smith puts pressure on the puck. Flyers come up the near side boards, stretch it all the way up to our blue line here. McDaniel trying to cut it off, but it goes all the way down on net for Bauer, and he has to make a save. (4-1), 5:26 left in the second. So we got Weaver, Hunter, Van Voorst, I believe, McDaniel. Puck all tied up on the dot. Hunter's trying to dig it out topside, but it goes bottom side for McDaniel. He wraps it below the net and runs into traffic. He works it all the way to the far corner, changes directions. Down below the net, McDaniel takes a big check, looses the puck, but Weaver sends it to Hunter, and Hunter stretches it up to Smith. Smith, able to get around the man covering him here, walks down into the zone. Quick shot and a nice save, but it goes down below the net. Loose puck. Smith trying to work that puck around, but can't quite get it. Goes off the stick. Hunter gathers, goes to the circle for Smith, but it's poked away by the Flyers. Now Smith gathers, top of the circle, trying a centering pass. Can't quite get it to Hunter through the Flyer traffic here, and here come the Flyers other direction. Flyers take the red line. They walk it down on the inside boards and dump it down below the net all the way over to the far corner. First man to the puck is Weaver. Weaver tries to push it up and out and cannot. Now Van Voorst battles for that puck, sends it up to Smith. Smith along that far wall trying to get a hold of the puck. Van Voorst backside pulls it out. Quick deke on the blue line. Here comes Van Voorst. Van Voorst all the way down into the zone. He traces the inside circle, the near side circle, and can't quite get it through, and poked up the wall by the Flyers here on the near side. Pass broken up by Patefield, but the Flyers gather the puck in neutral ice, and after they clear the zone, they take it and dump down into the far corner. Patefield down below the net will gather this puck. Looks to bank it up the boards to Wiley, and he does. Wiley in neutral ice, nice centering pass to Smith, and here comes Smith. Oh, he has it picked off from the backside here, and here come the Flyers. Try a deke on the blue line, broken up by Patefield and Wiley. Good pressure by Wiley on that puck. And McGregor bank passes it up to Wiley. Wiley looking for a pass here, can't get the puck off. Now he does, he clears the zone, and the Flyers go in for an offside. 3:41 left in the second. Birds are up 4-1. So now we have Coakley, Brown, Cam, Patefield, and I'm not sure, McGregor. McGregor sends it up that far wall. Flyers try to poke it back into our zone, poked off by McGregor. Battling for it, Coakley pokes it to Brown, and here come Brown and Coakley. Brown all the way through the slot, dekes towards the center, tries to drop pass to Coakley, can't quite get it there. Coakley battles for it down underneath the net, changes directions here, looking for a pass, trying to go to Brown. And Flyers take over, poke it off the stick, come through the slot, and a quick pass up to neutral ice. Nice centering pass by the Flyers, poked off by Patefield and gathered by Brown. Brown tries to poke it through, gets Cam. Cam just shuffles it forward to Coakley. Coakley walks it into the zone, high circle, quick shot blocked by the Flyers. Coakley battling for it down underneath the net again. And Flyers come out with it, bottom of the near side circle. They walk it up the ice, out into the neutral ice, over the red line, down into the zone, working towards the slot, and have it poked off by Cunningham, I believe. He sends it up to Coakley. It gets tied up in the wall, but Cunningham pushes through and carries that puck all the way down and in. Cunningham puts on the brakes as the Birds go for a change here and tries a pass over to Jones, and Jones just was not ready for it. Jones takes a big check, chasing that puck down, but Peters pokes it into the zone. Flyers clear, but it comes all the way down to the bottom of the Birds circle. Cunningham up to Dennis. Dennis walks it forward. Dennis down into the zone. Sends a centering pass to Nicholson. Quick shot. And Nicholson was looking for 5-hole. Couldn't quite get it there. Puck is loose. Comes out in the near side circle. And here come the Flyers the other direction. Cross ice pass all the way over to the far wall. Top of the circle. They put on the brakes. Now they change. And they drop it to their point man on the blue line over on the far side of the ice. Quick shot along the ice. Goes wide left of the net and up the near side boards. Dennis is going to put pressure on this puck. Flyers send it down to the near side corner, and battling for it are Nicholson and Cunningham, I believe. Puck on the near side boards, poked out into neutral ice, and Dennis took a big check, clearing that puck into neutral ice. So good effort there. Flyers send the puck down in, top of the far circle, looking for a pass, trying to drop it to their point man, who was just barely off the bench. Quick shot deflected wide by Dennis. And Jones gathers, bank pass up the boards, and Peters just whips it out into neutral ice. Dennis puts pressure on this puck. Flyers try to go D to D, but it gets tipped by Dennis, and they hit their center man. Here he comes, walks it in, high slot, trying to get a quick shot, and Bauer has to make a save, but not much mustard on that shot because there was a stick blocking the shot. .111 left in the second. Birds up 4-1. Van Voorst will take this draw. In with him are Hunter, I believe Weaver. Still battling for that puck. Weaver takes it below the net, looking for a stretch pass up the ice. Banks off the boards. Flyers pick that up, but it's poked loose by Hunter. Hunter tries to poke it past the Flyer in the zone, but can't quite get it through, and the Flyers send it all the way down. No icing. So there must have been some Bird contact there somewhere. McDaniel trying to stretch it up, clears the zone, but misses the target, and that goes for an icing. So now we got Cam, McDaniel, I believe Wiley, Coakley, and Weaver. Cam will take the draw, near side dot, Birds end. Goes right down towards Bauer, just barely gets a leg pad save at the last second. Weaver banking it up that far wall, trying to get Coakley. Coakley trying to chase this puck down. Fast moving puck, quick shot, and a nice save by the Flyers goaltender. Nice hard 5-hole shot by Coakley and a nice save by the Flyers tendy there. Cam for the draw, far dot, Flyers end. He wins it back to Weaver. Weaver puts a shot on net that's blocked by the Flyers. Flyers trying to stretch it up, and they do. Flyers have a rush here. Quick shot and a goal. So 28 seconds left in the second period and a 4-2 lead by the Birds. And Van Voorst in the draw here. Oh, sorry, Nicholson in the draw. Battles for that puck, sends it down to Payfield. Payfield on the far wall, able to walk it up and dump it into the zone. Loose puck gathered by the Flyers. They change directions in that far corner, send it up the wall. Quick tip pass out to neutral ice, and a miscommunication by Jones and Payfield. And Jones is going to take a penalty trying to track that puck down. So going into the third period, we're going to have a minute, 20 seconds of penalty kill after the hook by Jones. And just the tiniest miscommunication, and then they had to chase him back on that one. So killers enter Payfield, Hunter, Van Voorst, and Cunningham. Hunter will take the draw. near side dot, Birds in. Gets all tied up on the dot. Flyers try to come out with it. They go up to their blue liner, over to the far circle. 3 seconds, quick shot, and a save and a glove by Bauer. And 0.7 left on the clock there. Hunter on the dot, far side of the ice, 0.7 seconds, and that'll kill the clock. And they're clearing the benches, so they will zam, so we'll have a 10-minute break here, and then we'll come back for some more hockey. And then at least,
It looks like there's something going on.
yeah, okay. That's fine. I mean, as long as it's plugged in, and then I don't, here comes Vanessa. Birds win the face-off, goes back to Smith. Smith works it to the near side, fans on the puck, but then pokes it out into neutral ice. Flyers gather the puck top of their own circle. They walk it through their slot and then send it to the near side of the ice, walk it all the way down inside of the circle. They put on the brakes, send it up to the blue line, and ooh, I thought they sent that out of the zone. Must have just held. Flyers, top of the circle. Still in the power play, mind you. Send it down on Bauer. Nice save, Bauer. Sorry about that. If I was stuttering, I was trying to clip the mic back on after the break. 52 seconds left on the penalty kill. Birds are up 4-2. 4:29 near side dot. Brown battles for it. Flyers come out with it, side of the circle, send it up to their blue liner, send it back to the side of the near circle, walk it forward. Quick shot, I think tipped the post and goes wide all the way over to the far corner. Payfield cuts it off down below the net and battles for it, banks it over to the near side corner. Flyers back up to their blue liner. Brown steps out. They send it to the side of the circle again, back up to the top. Oh, a mishandle on the blue line, and another one I thought maybe would have come out, but no call here. Flyers side of the circle again, back up to their blue line, center of the high slot, quick shot, a lot of traffic, big save, puck still loose, goes down below the net. Flyers have control of the puck. They walk it over to the far corner, send it up to the blue liner, and poked up by Hunter. And here comes Hunter. Oh, just mishandles the puck a little bit, so don't get the rush, but he sends it all the way down into the near side corner for Brown. Flyers poke it up, Brown stick. Here they come. Walk it to the center of the ice. Coakley puts pressure on that puck. Broken up by Weaver. Puck comes all the way down to Bauer. Big rebound in front. Tipped up and over the net by Weaver, I believe, or Bauer. I'm not sure. Birds try to clear the zone and cannot. McDaniel now over on the far wall. He walks it up and out. McDaniel sends it down into the zone. It's going to go all the way below the net. Coakley and McDaniel down there. Flyers poke it off to the far corner. Send it up to the top of the circle. Centering pass broken up momentarily, but the Flyers get it into neutral ice and dump for an icing. So we got Cam, Wiley, Coakley, Weaver, and McDaniel. Cam for the draw, far side dot, down in the Flyers' end here. Flyers send it down into that far corner. Wiley gets chased. Cam tries to break up the pass along the wall there. Flyers send it up and out into neutral ice. Coakley backside trying to put the back check on. McDaniel backside trying to stick pop. Big save. Puck still loose over on the side of the crease, the far side. Goes over into that far corner. McDaniel battling for it. Wiley comes out with it. Stretches it up, puts it between Coakley's skates, but that'll go all the way down. And no icing here. So must have made contact there. Setting up the near side boards. Cunningham off the bench is able to cut that off. He drops all the way down in. Walks it down below the net here. Looking for a pass, goes up to Jones. Jones tries to go back to Cunningham. Cunningham stick pops and the puck slides through to Cam. Cam down below the net. Looking for somebody in the slot here. Tries a backhand pass broken up by the Flyers down below the net. Peters and Dennis battle for it. They go over to Cam. Cam tries to go back to Peters in the slot, but it's broken up by the Flyers. Bank pass up and out of the zone. Cunningham chases it back, bottom of the circle. Bank pass up the boards to Peters. Peters tips it to Cam. Cam back to Peters. Peters high off the board. Battles for that puck, and the Flyers send it over to the far side of the ice. They regroup in their own end. Send the puck right through their own high slot here and over on the near side board. Centering pass just rolls off the end of the tape there, and the Flyers gather and dump it down into the zone. Near side corner, Cunningham backhands it up the far wall. Dennis trying to get over there to play that puck. Battles with a Flyers player for it. McDaniel tries to poke it through and cannot. Nicholson tries to poke it through and cannot. Centering pass by the Flyers, broken up by Nicholson, I believe. Battling for it is Cunningham. Cunningham near side boards. Flyers send it down on net. Sticked over to the far corner by Bauer. Payfield pushes it up to Dennis, and Dennis sends it into neutral ice right on Nicholson. Nicholson pushes it forward, battling for that puck. Flyers regroup in center ice as we go for a change. High slot, fan on the puck, gathered by Smith. Smith a quick deke, and here comes Smith. He's got Van Voorst in the middle. Sends it to him, quick shot, and a nice save. Oh, Did they make a save and then poke it in, or? Vanessa? Was the first shot saved, or did it go through and you think the first shot went in? And then they poked it in after, okay. All right, so Birds are up 5-2, 10:56 left in the third period. Over on the far boards, McDaniel, I believe, walks it up, sends it all the way down near side corner. Smith will be the first man to the puck. Battles it down into that corner, changes directions at the bottom of the circle, and tries to poke it up to McGregor. McGregor has to come all the way down in to play that, and he takes a check into the near side boards. Puck still down in that corner. Smith comes out with it. Hunter in the slot. Smith walks it all the way down underneath, still looking for a pass here. And on that far boards, loses it in his skates there, and sent back down in by McDaniel all the way down to Hunter. Hunter tried to wrap it below the net, gets checked up into the boards. And the puck is gathered by Van Voorst, near side corner. He tries to go to Hunter. Hunter back to Van Voorst, up to McGregor, back to Van Voorst, and down into the corner for Hunter. Hunter takes a little bunny check down there in the corner, still battling for the puck. Top of the high circle, gathered by Smith. Quick shot, loose puck through the crease all the way over to that far corner. Hunter gathers side of the circle here. He dekes towards the middle, all the way through the dot. High slot backhand, poked away down into the near side corner. And the Flyers try to stretch it up the boards. Bodied down by McGregor, but then grabbed by the Flyers and sent all the way out, down into the far corner for an icing. Coakley, Brown, Cam, Weaver, and Patefield. Cam will take the draw near side dot, Flyers in. Tied up on the dot and then sent into Weaver's skates. Over on the near side boards, Cam's going to go down into the near corner, changes directions, bottom of the circle. Couple of quick dekes, still deking around over there. Coakley pushes it to the corner. Cam gathers it again. He gets checked up. Puck goes down underneath the net, bounces off the back frame of the net. Coakley sends it right through the slot and all the way up and out. Trying to find Brown in the slot and just couldn't make that connection. Weaver sends it up the wall to Cam. Cam tries to deke into the zone, can't quite get it. And the Flyers stretch it up to Weaver, who gathers on the dot. Bank pass up the boards to Cam, gathered by Brown and poked down into the zone. Brown gives chase. Coakley trying to cut it off front side down below the net. Flyers change direction, and Brown and Coakley circle the net. Centering pass, Coakley slaps the stick and pokes that puck off, but it comes all the way down into the bird's end, and Weaver has to push it down to the bottom of the circle underneath the net. Over on the far wall, Patefield pokes it up, trying to get it up to Cam, but it's poked right back down into the zone by the Flyers. Weaver, far side of the ice, sends it up the wall to Van Voorst. Van Voorst tries a little chip pass out into neutral ice, and the Flyers gather as we go for a change. Flyers walking into the zone, send it over to the near side boards. Wiley gives pressure at the top of the circle, cross ice pass over to the far circle, quick shot, and a save by Bauer, big rebound, poked down below the net, and gathered by Cunningham. Cunningham banks it all the way out into the Flyers' end. Flyers regroup. Wiley gives pressure on the puck. Flyers put on the brakes and then stretch it up over to that far side. Top of the circle, quick shot saved by Bauer. Goes down into the corner. Jones sends it up the wall trying to get Petey. Peters takes a big check over on that wall, battling for the puck, trying to get up. Nicholson just loops it up to the blue liner, the Flyers, who sends it down on net, and Bauer sticks it over to the near side boards. Cunningham goes to play the puck and loses an edge, goes down hard. Battling for the puck here, Wiley right along the side of the circle here. Helping him out is Nicholson. Nicholson gets his stick caught up, but they are able to loose that puck, and now the Flyers send it down below the net all the way over to the far wall, side of the circle, and send it back down underneath. Flyers underneath the net there, have it poked off by Jones, and Jones banks it up, trying to get Wiley. Flyers send it right back down in. Jones pressuring the puck down in that corner, sends it up the wall again, trying to get Wiley. And the Flyers come out with the top of the circle, walk it to the high slot, all the way across. Quick shot and a block, and I'm not sure by which team. Flyers, high circle near side, try another shot and have it slapped out into neutral ice, I believe by Cunningham or Nicholson. I'm not sure which one. Flyers stretch it up blue line, but their whole team is getting back in the game. They dump, and the last player goes for a change after he makes that dump. Battling for it is McDaniel. Quick deke by Van Voorst. Van Voorst, top of the circle, passes it up to Smith. gets poked off his stick, but Van Voorst gathers it again, walks it down into the zone. Nice loose puck deke, tries to go behind the feet, and it goes all the way down to the bottom of the circle where Smith battles for it with two Sioux Falls players. Flyers work it to the top of the circle and have it poked off by Hunter, and Hunter works it down to that near corner. Hunter in the corner, walks it to the bottom of the circle, slot pass, real quick for, is that Smith? Quick slot pass to Smith, and Smith scores. .625 left in the third, 6-2 Birds. Van Voorst for the draw. He's got Hunter, he's got Smith, McGregor, and McDaniel. Wins it cleanly back to Hunter. Hunter over on the far wall, drop pass to McDaniel. McDaniel sends a pass to himself over on the near side boards. McDaniel takes a big check, but is able to get the puck down in the zone. Battling forward are Smith and Hunter. They try to send it up and out, but McDaniel cuts it at the blue line and sends it right back down into that near side corner. Flyers try to go over to the far wall, bank it up and out. Centering pass at the top of the circle, gets poked back in by Hunter, I believe, and down to Smith. Smith down underneath the net, looking for a pass in the slot here. Just mishandles the puck, loses the track of it a little bit as he's looking for a pass, and gathers it and sends it back down underneath for Van Voorst. Van Voorst bottom of the circle, he gets pinned up. Flyers take over the puck below the net. Quick looping pass out to neutral ice, cut off by McDaniel, and he's going to dump it and just barely avoids an offside. Hunter just barely got out of the zone, and the Flyers send it off the near side boards. McGregor sends it to Smith. Smith, a quick deke, sends it into the zone, but the Flyers cut it off and try to send it out. Cut off by Van Voorst along the boards, right along the blue line, top of the circle. Van Voorst goes for a deke, goes to Patefield just before it exits the zone, and he sends it down high off the glass to Smith. Smith near side corner, toe drag down below the net, still looking for a pass, slot pass, trying to get Hunter, quick shot, and a nice glove save by the Flyers goaltender. Down underneath the net, Hunter battles for that puck rebound along with Smith, and it comes over to the near side, bottom of the circle, and pushed up and out by the Flyers on the near side boards. Hunter, nice back check, getting back in the play. Weaver, bank pass up the boards to Cam, and here comes Cam, centering pass to his brother Hunter. Hunter, quick shot, deflected up and out of play over the left side of the net. 4:45 left in the third, 6-2 Birds. So now we have Cam, Coakley, Brown, Weaver, and Patefield. Cam, near side dot, Flyers in for the draw. Battles for the puck. Flyers send it over to that near side corner. Coakley comes out with it. Coakley walks it below the net. Trying to go to Brownie in front of the net. Can't quite get a twig on it for the shot. Flyers clear it to the high slot up along their blue line here. And now they stretch it across the ice. Near side, quick deke, top of the circle. Cam swats at it, but no contact. And still battling for that puck. Quick shot deflected wide by Patefield, I believe. And Patefield in that far corner battles for that puck, tries to push it up the wall high on the boards and cannot. Flyers come out with it. Bottom of the far circle. Side of the circle, they send it up to their blue liner back to the top of the circle. And a quick pass along the ice. Can't quite get a solid twig on it. Flyers can't get a shot. Another shot broken up by Weaver that would have been wide of the net. Flyers send it up top of the far circle, try a bank pass to their player on the side of the circle, can't quite complete it. Now Brown trying to dig it out topside and does. Brown works it into neutral ice, centering past Coakley. Coakley, one man to beat. Quick toe drag, right through the crease and has it poked away by the tender before he can put a twig on it. Coakley down in that far corner battling for the puck with three Flyers. Flyers come out with it. Walk it up through the slot, bank pass off the near side boards out into neutral ice, and they dump as soon as they take the red line. Cunningham chases that back down below the net. Cunningham right through the slot all the way up to Coakley on the near side boards. Coakley can't quite get a twig on it, and that goes for an icing. So now we got Nicholson, Dennis, Peters, Jones, and McDaniel. Nicholson for the draw, far side dot in the Birds' end here. All tied up on the dot, battling for it. Goes down below the net and gathering it, Jones. Jones banks it up, trying to get Dennis. Dennis tips it towards Nicholson, but can't quite get it all the way there. Jones right along the blue line, trying to hold that out of the zone. Puck trickles to McDaniel, and here comes McDaniel. McDaniel walks it up, and I think either Nicholson or Peters went just offside there. And so I'll have a face-off just outside the Flyers zone. 2:58 left in the third, 6-2 Birds. Brown, Peters, Dennis, Jones, and McDaniel. Brown for the draw just outside the zone, far side of the ice, pushes it in. Dennis battling for position with his stick there, comes out again, pushed back in by McDaniel and dumped all the way down below the net. Flyers to the loose puck first along the side, trying to stretch it up this near side wall, broken up by Dennis, dropped to Brown, top of the circle, quick shot just off the outside of the net. Another quick shot, a rebound shot by Dennis, and Dennis banks it in off the 10D, I believe. So now we got Hunter, Van Voorst, Smith, Patefield, and McGregor. Van Voorst for the draw, center ice. Battles for the puck, comes to McGregor. McGregor dumps it down into the zone. Loose puck gathered by the Flyers, bottom of the near side circle. They rim it around over to the far side circle, try to send it to the top of the circle, but it's deflected by a couple of Warbirds and out in neutral ice. Now we battle for puck possession. Van Voorst comes out with it, sends a short pass to Smith. Smith tries a loose puck deke, but has it hit a skate, and it's gathered by the Flyers. Flyers walk it up, top of the circle, blue line, all the way across the red line. Hunter lays a check, but still can't slow him down. And all the way down into the end bottom of the circle, and they try a slot pass, and it's broken up by the Birds. Hunter pokes it out of the zone, so the Flyers will have to regroup. Minute 57 left in the third. Van Voorst pokes that puck away. Smith tries a deke, has it poked off, but gathered by Van Voorst, and he dumps it down into the zone. But an ice, maybe? He might have been just behind the red line when he dumped. Yeah, and by the way, they're skating, and they're going down for an icing. So now we have Cam, Coakley, Wiley, Jones, and Weaver. Cam for the draw, near side dot, Birds in. 1:47 left in this contest. Sends it cleanly over to Weaver. Over on the near side boards, Cam battles for it. Weaver banks it off the boards, and it goes down underneath the net. Flyers change directions, looking for a pass here. Broken up by Weaver. He banks it up the boards, out into neutral ice. Coakley races down to give pressure on the puck here. Flyers go D to D over to that far wall, and then it's try a centering pass, tipped by their own player wide, and banked up the boards by Weaver to Coakley. Coakley walks it into the zone. Coakley, centering pass goes all the way through. Cam couldn't quite get a twig on it. And the Flyers gather, send it up that far wall, stretch it up and out. Weaver will play this in neutral ice, bank it off the near side boards back into the zone. Coakley frontside pressure here. D to D by the Flyers again over to that far wall. They tip it out into neutral ice. Centering pass broken up by Cam. Cam a quick deke, but it goes to the Flyers player. Jones gets a hold of it, and all sorts of Birds coming and going off the bench. Dennis gets checked down to the ice. Cam a quick deke right along the red line, sends it down into the zone right on net. Flyers goaltender sends it over to the near side boards. Flyers gather, send a pass that gets deflected up, but they gather it right along our blue line out of the air. Quick shot on Bowers, stick down below the net. Still battling for it at McDaniel. McDaniel near side corner. Tries to push it up the wall, changes directions here underneath the net, all the way up to the far side to Dennis. Dennis just tips it out, a little touch pass, all the way down into the Flyers zone. It'll burn a lot of clock here. Flyers change directions, bottom of that far side circle. Send it up to the blue line, and Nicholson trying to hold the zone, can't quite get it. Flyers walk it into our zone, have it poked off, gathered by Dennis. Dennis walks it into neutral ice, and that's the game. Be sure to tune in when we play in Phoenix over the next weekend. And I don't know who I'll be commentating. I'm going to stay behind, so I'll be watching with the rest of y'all, and hopefully we'll see some good hockey next weekend.